Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Eddie Marcus one more time. The reason that I'm here is because I saw evil working its muscles today. Today, I heard a voice that said that evil was going to use some of the Republicans, and they were going to support evil in its efforts to retire Social Security and Medicare. Now, we all understand what Social Security, the purposes that it has served, and Medicare. And most people who receive it and have received it would agree that it has served the purpose quite well. Not sufficient enough for their needs, but it was substantial as far as the aid goes. However, evil is not satisfied. Evil wants to cause perhaps a little more pain and a little more suffering. They are not offering evil a substitute or anything different. It just want to stop that. And so this is the same evil that is going down south, that is taking the law in its hands to use it to subvert the Constitution, perhaps to even deny people access to having a voice in the government that's supposed to run their lives. Evil want to take control of that. The same kind of evil that is over using Russia to invade Ukraine and do all of that slanderous, murderous, evil death to those people over there. And the world in its evil jumpsuit can't respond as it should to save these people's lives because they are all in the same bag, made up of the same stuff. And when you really look at it, you make you think that what is happening is all staged, because what is going on right now today is not new. It has happened many times before. It has happened by many different governments before. And so what it brings to this conclusion, as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, is a reformation that you and I must face. If we are going to submit our lives to evil, what we have been experiencing over the past, however old you are now, has kind of been a blessing, because the future is going to be quite different. And I would advise all of us, any of us who will wake up, to do just that. Wake up. Well, just so you guys, ladies and gentlemen, who are listening to my voice, won't take this out of what it is meant to represent, I want to say this to you. I'm going to present a picture to you that was presented to me. It was a picture that was presented to me that was easy for me to understand a particular message, easy for me to understand a particular point. And it is through this understanding that I would like to share it with you. This does not mean that it is the only perspective, but it is the one that is given me. And though there might be as many different ones as there are citizens, as there are individuals in America or on this planet, every last one of them, if they are being led by the same power, will take us to the same place. Will take us to the same place. And so what I really want to say, this is what has been given to me, ladies and gentlemen. This world that we live in, these nations, these cities, these governments, these societies, you know what they represent. But they have been institutionalized. They've been set up. They've been built up. This is New York City. This is Paris. This is London. This is... And as you go, you see the power structures. You see where power rests. You see these big buildings. You see these big investments. You see all these things that's going on. This represents where the power that has been taken from the people, that have been taken from the resources, have compiled themselves and it represents majorly the power structure of the systems that we have been giving our allegiance to, that has been keeping us in bondage. So, just to clear your mind about the way it can be, according to the message that was given me, is that the earth is created for all living. The earth has everything that life needs to survive. Not only that, the earth has in and amongst its resources, whether it's above the earth, in the earth, or on the earth, whether it's seen or unseen, it has the capacity to be able to meet whatever is required to satisfy the imagination of humankind. From the beginning of time throughout its existence, it's here. Now, that which is required to access the resources, that rests in humankind, the minds, individuals, what they aspire, what they desire, what they want, what they need, what they're willing to go for. The individuals within a city, a town, a state, a nation, or the world, each of them have a blessed gift that is here with them, offering to them participation in the life process that they are engaged in as far as living through those basic essentials that are necessary for survival, such as food and clothing and shelter and education, health care, transportation, and infrastructure, and all of those other things we just mentioned a moment ago. Now, it is an innate nature in human beings to have something within them to move them, to qualify them. And so if you benefit from anything that is created on earth, then you have a gift that you can participate in the creative process. Every last one of the adults or people who have been determined as eligible, qualified to do, if they benefit. I'm not talking about children. If they engage themselves in all that is created from everything, ladies and gentlemen, from homes, from schools and universities and bank. Well, we won't use too many banks. I don't think we use that. Cars and what other manufacturers that are needed to make household goods, to do the highways, to everything that we do is done by geniuses. When I say geniuses, I'm talking about people who have chosen these careers, these professions, because they love it. And they have access to everything they need to do the things that they do. And what are they doing? Basically, those things that have already been done. They continue it and they do it in such an abundance that no one would have to suffer a lack thereof. And, my friends, the things that we don't have the resources to do that are located in other places, we institute what we call a continuation of the trade process. That's what we do. That's what they do. That's how we spread all of the good things that we have in separate little places all over the earth through trade. And all of this we do, ladies and gentlemen, and we do it in such a way it creates peace, prosperity, freedom, and joy, and the fulfillment of your dreams, your needs, your wants, and your desires all met. This is the way that power that you can't see, I can't see, but the evidence of that existence is all about us, has given it to me to share with you. So when we hear the evil using certain people to say that we're going to cut out certain things and cause more pain and suffering, I want you to know exactly what it is. It is evil trying to slip itself on you and choke the life out of you. But I want you to know that the power of love is amongst you. The truth is amongst you if you listen and make that choice. And what makes this the choice? This choice is offered to you because it can stand the test of time. There's no shame in the game. Everything that is proclaimed here is not just for one, it's for every individual, not just in America, but all over the earth. It will give everybody on the earth food, clothing, shelter, education, health care. And, my friends, it'll give them a job. It will allow them to participate in the process so that nobody will ever have to suffer for anything, not be indebted to anyone, but just giving their gifts so that life can be glorified here on earth and people understand God in the sense in which it was meant to be. And understanding from this perspective that any pain and suffering, whether it has to do with a lack of this or lack of that, it comes from enemy of God. It comes from the enemy of life. It comes through the spirit of evil. It comes through the spirit of whatever you want to associate with that. And whoever champions it is an instrument of evil. I just thought I'd share that with you, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you to know Social Security is nothing but a handicap. Medicare is nothing but a handicap. These are little weak programs that are given to you by some weak, uninspired individuals led by the spirit of Satan who have no understanding whatsoever of God. So don't get upset about what they're threatening. All I say is we got the opportunity to change it and make it great. Give God the glory and not man. All right, I'm out of here.